Previously on Shelf Space.
I can't help but feel like there's something else I need to do. Back during Christmas, I got this guy from Santa Claus. The box calls him Covert Clone Sideswipe or something like that. But we all know who this is. This is G2 Sideswipe. When you have this combination of black, red, and white in this arrangement, yeah, this is totally him. But he is lacking some details to really make this guy G2. And that's going to be the subject of this video. I have gathered together some stuff and I have some other ideas on what I can do to make this guy really feel G2. So let's get started. The first major step are these. These are new sticker details for this guy from Toy Hacks Repro Labels. And what these do is give him some extra G2 goodness. So we got some green stickers here to provide the neon green that this guy is sorely lacking, plus the double S door stickers that he's got going there. This makes his the top of his hood or top of his roof black, and then we have some other extra details to really hammer home the sort of toy version of this guy. The big part also is this right here. We got two different versions of the G2 Autobot symbol, and that's really going to drive this home. But this isn't all that I got. Thanks to my friend Executor Custom, he told me about this guy that calls like non-F or something like that. And he makes sort of like small run extra bits for Transformers. And I got a whole mess of parts for this. So to start off, we have this right here. This gets us some more toy accurate guns, including a bright green with blue tipped missile that we can put on his shoulder. This white gun is also very much how it looks from the original G2 toy. Next, we have these. These are spoiler fins and connector bits to connect those to the car. Because, oddly enough, he has no spoilers. Even though there are places where it looked like maybe they had planned to put them, for whatever reason, he doesn't have them. So, this rectifies that. And finally, we have this. Here we have his comic. Actually, all of these are to make him look a little bit more like he does in the G2 comic, which was just ludicrously over the top 90s, and I love it. So we got his guns here, big sword thing, the spiked wheels, and the ammo bandolier, as well as some connector bits for these spike wheels. So yeah, I'm going to put these all together to make this guy my G2 Sideswipe. But I think I'm going to do something else too. I'm going to take Trenchfoot here, and I am going to repaint him to more closely resemble the big missile launcher gun for Sideswipe. I mean, technically, that's what this does, but I think this could look really cool. So the main thing I'm going to be needing to do here is probably painting the arms, legs, and body like neon green, which I happen to have some fluorescent green spray paint. Hopefully that works out okay. And this, either I'm going to paint it blue or I'm going to just pop it off and replace it with the blue barrel piece from one of the Target Masters that came with Hotlink. And that's going, and then I'll paint some extra little details in here and stuff. And that's really gonna just make him very G2 and very G2 Sideswipe. So let's get started. This guy, we'll worry about him later, but let's go ahead and get these stickers taken care of. Alright, so here's all the stickers that I'm going to put on him, at least for right now on. I used just about everything. The only thing I didn't use were, I'm not sure where these went. I didn't see them on my little instruction sheet. So if I find out that they're someplace really cool, I may put them in later. These are an optional set. This is an optional one. These are extras. And these go on the back to duplicate the spoiler, but I have an actual spoiler going over that. So don't think I'm going to use these, at least not right now. And then there's an extra roof piece for some reason. I'm not sure why. And we'll go over the overall effect at the end of this video. But right now, I gotta say, he looks a lot more G2 Sideswipe now that he's all stickered up. Oh my goodness, it's night and day. And there's something really satisfying about the fact that I'm the one that set it up. Okay, so the next step now is going to be all these extra parts. So we'll be right back after getting these all set up. And here he is with all his extra accessories. I did come to the unfortunate discovery that these wheels plug in to these slots here, which means he can't take this and the wheels at the same time. So I'm going to have to make some tough decisions at some point. But he looks like just a completely different toy now, and I can't stop laughing. This is so cool. It is over the top, and yeah, it's dumb, but it's super cool. The material the bandolier is made out of, which the guy says it's like a silicone or something like that, that's not going to dry out, does feel a little weird. It's not the kind of material that you usually feel on a Transformer, but it does the job quite nicely, and it does not feel like it's going to go anywhere. He designed it pretty well because it gets wedged up here and down here. But now is the part where I'm taking a big jump. Now we're going to see what I can do to make this guy look more like maybe this gun. We're going to, at the very least, we're going to try painting the arms and legs, that fluorescent green I have, and then see what it looks like with this bit replaced from one of the Netflix ones, and we'll go from there. Because if I don't have to repaint the body, I'd like to not do that, because that's a lot of extra work there. So let's go do that and see what happens. And here's the finished work on Trenchfoot here. So as I said, I painted the arms green, and then I switched out the cannon barrel here for a blue one from the Hotlink Target Masters. I also went ahead and added some of the stickers that came with the set from Toy Hacks, as well as a little G2 Autobot symbol on the shoulder there. What I did for the arms is I painted them white, then fluorescent green, did a couple coats of fluorescent green, and then hit it with a gloss coat, and that just made everything pop. I don't know how well it comes across here on camera, but it glows, and I'm super happy with it. As you can see, some parts I had to kind of scrape the paint off a little bit so that way everything would fit okay. I probably should have sanded or trimmed these a little bit, but this is my first time going at it, so. But overall, I think for my first custom, not too bad. Now, there is one last step for Sideswipe here. Let me adjust the camera. And that is this. So, I actually designed these. A good friend of mine, Executioner Customs, I'm forgetting his name. Sorry about that, buddy. Asked me to make some G2 Sideswipe labels for the BotCon version that came out a while back. Basically just recreating the labels. And then he asked me to modify them again for use on this guy. And after I told him I was working on this, I asked him if he had some more of these laying around, because he actually got them professionally printed out. And he's like, oh yeah, I got a set. I'll send it to you. So I finally got these in. I'm going to trim them down, put these on, and then we're going to see what this final thing all looks like all together. And here is the finished custom, all done up. As you can see, I figured out how to install the spiky tires on the side. It's nothing fantastic, basically just a little bit of sticky tack inside the little ports here and then putting them there. So it's not the most stable thing in the world, but it'll work for display. And then you can also see here's Trenchfoot in his gun mode, and it's perfect. I absolutely love this. And on the back here you can see I have the Sideswipe spoiler stickers installed, and they look amazing. I am so pleased with how this came out. It looks like a completely different figure now, and I just love everything about it. And here is the finished custom in vehicle mode, and oh man, it looks like a completely different figure. I know I keep saying that, but it really does. Having the spoilers and the little hole fillers really changes the overall look, and then just the stickers adding the splash of green and changing the sort of silhouette of things almost is amazing. And these Sideswipe stickers, these really just tie everything all together, even though the colors are a little bit off because it's printed a completely different machine and different way. But it is amazing, and I absolutely love it. Now, I do have lots of extra pieces, including a couple of guns that I'm not going to use. So I have, like, these two right here, not going to be part of the loadout because of how I have things set up. Same with the white missile here, which was an option for this thing. And, of course, I have his original missile launcher. Not going to use that. In vehicle mode, I could supposedly wrap this up, put it inside here, and I think there might even be places for this, but I'm not going to stress too much about them. If I really wanted to, I could put things on the ports. But really what I'm going to do is take Trenchfoot in his gun mode and pop it right here. And oh yeah, this is very much like the giant spring-loaded missile launcher he had in the original G2 toy. And I just absolutely love it. But I think that's all I can say now. Thank you very much for sticking with me through this video. I know it's been kind of a different type of video. And yeah, check the description below for links to my storefront where you can get official shelf space t-shirts and more. And yeah, thank you again, and I'll see you the next time you invade my shelf space.